Nigga, in pregnancy, you protect the person because you know that they have to give birth to something. You see that person that's pregnant drinking or smoking, man, you be mad as hell they drinking and smoking. Why you gonna be mad? Because you know that they have a responsibility, right, to make sure that this child is in an environment, to make sure that this child is in an environment that's conducive to coming to full terms of their production, right? When you see a person pregnant, you're careful with them because you don't want to be the reason that, you know, their pregnancy gets terminated. You don't want to be the reason they have a miscarriage or nothing. And you don't want them to be their reason. So you would even report the authorities on them if you see somebody smoking and drinking when they're pregnant. You know what I mean? That's how we are, but therefore you don't want to just play rock music and negative music around them or see them eating certain foods. But see, when you know a person ain't got nothing going on inside them, you know that they ain't giving production to nothing, you don't give a damn what they do. You can see that same person, you don't care if they goddamn swallow a bottle of liquor. You know what I mean? You damn near don't care if they swallow a bottle of poison, right? Because you know they ain't got shit going on. And that's how it is with black people. They look at the culture and be like, man, they ain't got shit going on. What they need their brains and bodies for? Feed them anything. Give them whatever. Give them the junk food. You know what I mean? Give them the worst music. Give them whatever. What they need their brains for. What we need them for. So when they don't see the value in you, they have no reason to protect you. So they give you whatever, and then you celebrate whatever, making it worse. And then you defend them giving you whatever. So niggas that defend chitlins, niggas that defend the lowest type of music being played, right? In the name of, well, at least the artist or the person selling it to you is capitalizing on your ignorance. So we be happy that these people are making money off our ignorance. Well, they get into the bag. If this not the most, like, we protect those who poison us. And we protect the agents that they use to poison us, as long as those agents are getting paid. Only to find out later on, them niggas was getting robbed the whole time. Whole gangsters was getting robbed out their contracts. You know what I mean? For years. But look at where we at now, man. It's a sad society. So it's like, you know, when somebody speaks some truth, we defend the niggas. We defend the very things, you know, that go against that truth, because niggas is on the side of the devil more than they are God. And there ain't nobody that can convince me otherwise. You know what I mean? Look at every book that was written based on what God law is. And look at every book that was written based on the devil's law, and tell me where you think society is today. Just think about it for a second. I ain't got to convince you or nothing. Just think about that shit. Think about every book. Think about all of the rules that so-called God said you couldn't do. And I'm not talking about just Bible, Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, the Buddhists, wherever. Go across time. Time and space. This is the greatest generation that is the most rebellious against God and against everything that they believe comes from God. Every discipline, every norm, every structure, every construct. You know what I'm saying? So now more you go hear is free will. All you hear is free will. You don't hear discipline. You know what I mean? You don't hear higher aspirations. No. Everything about this thing nowadays is all about pushing you to do what you thou wilt. Forget rules, forget structure, forget order. Forget light. Man, if you want to go to the dark and you want to do dumb shit all day for the rest of your life, man, who will push you to that? That ain't God whispering in your ear. That's a devil in your ear. Because he know that shit ain't going to benefit you in the future. He know the issues and problems y'all have as baby mamas and baby daddies and gender wars don't benefit your future. But you're not thinking about that. You're thinking about what benefits you. So he got you thinking so selfish that you rock with the devil because you feel like it's better for you in the moment. And can't even see it. What does all this arguing benefit you for? What does your opinions and your philosophies benefit? Who? They don't benefit the future of the world. None of it. Yet motherfuckers is so tricked that they be thinking that this shit works for them, and they attach to symbols, ideas, ideologies, philosophies. What's happening? Rise it to you. Structures, all kind of different things, and they a fight to protect it, and don't even realize it. Thinking that they on some new type of time. They thinking they on some new type of time. And because everything now was about disobeying man's law, not understanding that man was a genderless term at a point in time that just represents all mankind, or not mankind, but man representing women as well. You understand me? Because it was talking about the human, the man race. You understand me? But now it's all about defying your highest mind, because throughout the eons of tens of thousands of years, men have tested what was light and what was dark, and they have been figuring out ways to give rules to society on what's the best ways to live. And now society is at this point where allowing devils who don't want you to have that structure to live in the light, to walk a path, to walk a deen. They don't want you to know, you understand me, the truth mathematics. So now they're giving you the game that keeps you in the dark. You know what I mean? Now they're telling you to defy everything that God has ever written, everything that was ever spoken from a light path. And now they're saying, try darkness. How about you try darkness? Instead of being with your man and getting along with him, instead of being with your woman, how about you defy each other? Instead of following that rule, how about you break it? Instead of having discipline, how about you live on the other side of that? Right? Instead of having symbols that represent higher consciousness and higher self, how about you take on the symbols that represent lower self? Instead of respecting yourself, how about you disrespecting yourself? Instead of protecting yourself, how about you pimp out yourself? Instead of understanding your own true value and worth, how about you do everything that goes against your value and worth? Right? How about you bend over backwards and sell your soul and say that's meeting your goals, and tell people not to judge you and shame you for the things that you do on the road? Nah, man. Instead of eating right and correct, man, how about you just eat what you want and tell people, you know what I mean, don't shame you for it? Man, who came up with these terms? Not somebody that loves you. Somebody that loves you ain't gonna tell you to do things that's destructive against you and tell everybody else not to judge you for killing yourself. Because you know suicide is illegal, right? But slow suicide isn't. If a person takes their life fast, it's illegal because they own your body. We give away our bodies at birth. You know what I mean? And on a birth certificate, our parents write over a signature and say, here, this is my baby. They now, you know, are a ward of the state. You know what I mean? So you can't get rid of yourself from a fast manner. But if you do it slowly, right, and you allow it to slowly poison yourself, then that's okay. But that's society that teaches just dumbed down, dumbass rules. They literally make it okay to slowly unalive yourself. But if you do it fast, it's illegal. So you can eat foods that you know is killing you, right? You can listen to music, go to environments, and do things that cause depression, stress, suicide, cancer, and tumors, and every other thing on the planet Earth. But if you do it too fast, it's illegal. That's crazy. What if it was illegal to slowly commit suicide? What if it was illegal, right, to do it, to do things against yourself that you know wasn't right? What if we banned foods that wasn't good for us? What if we banned music that wasn't good for us? What if we ban all of this additional sugar that's killing us and content that we know is driving behavior that make us have slowly unaliving ourselves? We won't do that. Man, we gonna push more on that shit. Why? Because once you get a person in a low state, it's easier to keep them there. A higher state requires higher order and rules. A lower state requires no order and rules. The problem is that in a low state, the maintenance is terrible. The maintenance is terrible. You feel terrible. You don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? You become a leech. You become a cancer onto self. You know what I'm saying? And when one has that within a body, man, and you keep feeding the cancer, right? And so when you become a cancer to yourself, you do things that keep feeding the cancer, which keep killing yourself. And nobody has a problem with that. Nobody got a problem with that, man. You can lie to yourself, but if a person speaks truth, they look at it as being too harsh. When did the truth become too harsh? Nowadays, a person be like, nah, just let a person live in their truth. Why do they call it their truth? Because they know it's not the truth. They never say live in the truth. Man, y'all got to be careful with people who use the words of the devil, you know what I mean? Or try to make you feel okay about doing things that slowly unaliving yourself. No, man. Only rock with people, you know what I mean, who assist you in living in the truth. Those people that just be around you, that let you live in your truth, your delusion, your cancer, man, them is the worst people. They don't love you. They probably hate you. They might not hate you from an emotional standpoint, but their actions say that they hate you because they allow you to do the exact same things that somebody who hates you do. They will allow you to slowly kill yourself. Think about that. You got family that don't tell you the right thing. You know what I mean? You got people that don't tell you the truth. Them people don't love you. Anybody who loves you will tell you the truth. Right? And if they won't tell you the truth from the fear of losing you, it's because they can't truly love you because they have trauma of abandonment issues. So they fear telling you the truth. They fear loving you the right way because they feel that they're going to lose you. And that's selfish. That's not true love. That's from a place of trauma of having abandonment issues because of what happened to them as a child. So now you got people, right, that have trauma in their life causing trauma in yours because they don't want to lose you because they lost so many people in life that come in and out their life. So now they don't want to tell their friends the truth and their family the truth out of fear. And fear ain't love. Man, I know y'all, you know what I'm saying, man? People don't be dropping it like this, man. Spit no truth, man. You got to think about that, man. You be having people, man, and then when somebody tell you the truth, you be confused because you like, man, my loved ones don't tell me this, so this can't be love. Not knowing when somebody telling you the truth, man, it's the highest act of love. It's the highest act of love. Imagine the doctor lying to you because he don't want to hurt your feelings. That nigga go to jail. It'll be a malpractice, right? But because you ain't took no oath to tell the truth, you don't have to. So family and friends and pastors and preachers and teachers and politicians and influencers and activists, they can all lie to you because they haven't taken an oath to tell you the truth, and there's no consequence if they don't. Nah, but if a doctor tell you a lie, it's malpractice. If a doctor tell you ain't got cancer, man, it's in your head. Don't even worry about it. Just go back to doing what you want to do. You know how mad you will be at that doctor? If you come in there and you obese, and he'd be like, man, don't judge yourself, man. I ain't here to fat shame you. You do what you want to. Love your body. Do whatever you want to do. You good. And you go out there, keep doing that, and then you die early death. No, a doctor ain't there to be your friend. He got to hurt your feelings so you can change your reality. He gonna tell you the truth, and it's gonna be the best love you ever got because, you know, true love allows you correction. Sometimes when you're in a relationship, it ain't till you hurt another person that they tell you the truth. So they start truly loving you. You know what I'm saying? You hurt somebody, they'll tell you the truth fast. Like, damn, you was holding in all of that? And this be the reason that the relationship and them got into that place in the first place, because it was built on lies. It was built on passive love. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know it's real. So it's like, nah, you got to get to that. The faster you can get to that point of people telling you the truth, the realer relationship can get. Now, you see a person and they see you. And when y'all come back together, oftentimes it's like after a breakup, oftentimes it'll be the realest versions that y'all ever met of those people. You see the realest version of that person. And sometimes you be attracted, but it be too late. But you see the realest version. The woman shows up in her realest version, her raw, authentic self. And you be like, damn. She got certain boundaries. She discovering herself. She's speaking her truth outright. She's walking with an integrable energy because she is not trying to shield you from the truth at this point. She's just walking in the truth. It's who she is. And then same thing with bruh. I ain't got nothing, man. All of a sudden, all of the false illusions and veils drop. With society, they want to keep this relationship that they got with you, so they don't want to tell you the truth. Because the relationship that you have with society, the relationship that you have with the content you watch, the relationship you have with the food you eat, it's not based on truth. It's not based on love. It's based on lies. So why the hell would a chicken company tell you stop eating their food? They don't love you. They trying to make money off you. Now imagine if that CEO loses his company. Imagine he goes to jail, all of a sudden he has a raw ass interview. You know what? We was doing these people wrong all these times, all these years, and we only did it for money. Damn, now the truth comes out. You feel me? So you got to think about it like that. You know what I'm saying? And then same thing with yourself. When do you get to that point where you hit rock bottom and you tell yourself the truth? It's not until you feel pain and you feel hurt and you feel lost and then you discover the reality. Then things change from there. What's happening? Blessing to you, God. You know what I'm talking about? So man, that's where we at, man. Invest Fest. Make sure y'all come to the booth. Make sure y'all lock in. You know what I'm talking about? We'll be speaking some real truth. DJ Head, man, make sure you lock in, man. I see bro over there tapped in with the truth, man. He got the food right. He went to the Sebi Village, right? Man, the truth be tough sometimes, man. This is why I try to make it a little fly, because people be acting like, you know, the lies are ugly. People call it the ugly truth. No, it's the ugly lies. It's the beautiful truth, right? But when you ain't used to true beauty and you got makeup on, that's the lies. You think that's beauty? No, the makeup covers the beauty. The way you was made is the beauty. They have what they call a beauty standard. It's the lies of the collective reality, you know what I'm saying, to make people feel insecure about their true self. So people walk around with all of these different things on, trying to make themselves look like what would be accepted. Nah, that ain't truth, man. Everybody want to live in their bubbles of illusion because people don't want to deal with reality, man. I'd rather pierce down the veil and walk in like Neo and being controlled in and out the matrix than somebody who don't even know they sleeping. Hell no, man. I'm a light sleeper, man. It don't take much to wake me up. It don't take much to wake me up. I'm a light sleeper. You feel me? Some people be in deep comas. Goddamn, I ain't woke up in a minute. What's happening, family? I ain't gonna lie, man. This is my first year of getting awards in my life. And I probably done goddamn racked up about 10 of them already. And the reason that that's happening is because I set the intention at the beginning in December. I told myself, I wrote it down somewhere, tweeted it out. This is exactly what's gonna happen. And my power as a master manifester, right? Because I got something coming out called Manifestation House with my brother Keenan. He just announced a $200 million fund that he got. Because he on the other side of entrepreneurship, where he be dealing with the Waltons and things of that nature. He got a whole nother side of money he be dealing with. You know, I'm going to tell you, man, I'm figuring out a way to, you know, pass down all of this game and all these secrets and all this knowledge, because the thing about it is there are frameworks and there are formulas. The issue is that, and this is what I need people to draw away from, stop listening to people, right, talking about this soft life right now. Because there's a time to live the soft life, and it's after you have done the hard work, right? But manifestation is not soft work. It's hard work. It's creative work, because hard work doesn't always speak to the physical, right? The physical exertion of energy. It speaks to the mental and the spiritual exertion and energy. Because I'm gonna tell you, my physical work is in the gym, but my mental and spiritual work, man, that's a whole different gym. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm coming up with these ideas and thoughts and managing, right, and coming up with this creative agency to figure out new ways and new ideas and theories and then experiment with them and execute, it's different. See, Einstein, he never had to run an experiment in the sense that he had to prove it. You could be a theoretical scientist, and we've never respected the theoretical sciences in our culture. Because there's two fields. If you watch this movie Oppenheimer, they had those who were theorists. All they did was come in there and formulate, ideate, come up with ideas, right? Then you had another field of people who their job was to experiment. They weren't the idea people. They were the ones who took the ideas and experiment with it to see which one worked. Both of them were praised for different. But the theorist was always the one who took credit for most of the work, not the experiments. The theorist was the one who proposes the ideas that the rest of society uses. But we don't respect thinkers. So when we have thinkers that propose ideas, we also want them to experiment and do the idea for everybody else. So they have what they call the scientific journal. And the scientific journal is where you publish your scientific theories, right? And once you publish those theories, the rest of the scientists around the world check them out and they start experimenting to see if it's real. What they try to do is not to prove you, they actually try to disprove you. But in their conquest to disprove you, they actually prove you right. So that's usually what happens. So we have to learn how to respect the theorists in our culture. We have to learn to respect those who come up with the brilliant ideas. And now we're at that point in time where we don't get the appreciation of just coming up with ideas. People be like, what are you doing? Are you doing this? And it's like, damn, I just spent all of my mental energy giving you fools the ideas. Now you want me to be the one that executed too? And now we be like, all right, fuck it, we gonna execute then. You know what I'm saying? And then when we execute, guess who need all of that? Guess who's supposed to get all of the credit? Not only when you execute, then people don't even want you to have money. It's like, nah, if I'm about to execute and put it together and do all of that, shit, I better get paid too. You know what I'm saying? And then not only you got to be the theorist, the executor, now you got to take the product or service and put it to market. So now you got to be a brander, you got to be a salesman, right? You got to be more things than men ever had to be at any point in time, because men were able to just be one thing and that be okay. Now we have to be so many, like the amount of skill sets that I have is ridiculous. Not because I wanted those skill sets, but because it was necessary.